Senator Higdon, Senator Hornback, Senator Howe, Senator McDaniel, Senator Neal, Senator Nemus,
Present.
Senator Thayer,
Here.
Senator Thomas, Chairman Schickel.
Present. We we have a quorum and are duly constituted to do business. I want to make a scheduling announcement first, because this committee meeting on Tuesdays, when we have a holiday, we traditionally don't meet. So next week we have a holiday, so we will not be meeting next week. The following Tuesday, I look for a robust agenda, because we won't meet next week, and by that time we'll have a lot of bills that have been referred to us. So no meeting next week, so you don't complain if you live far away. You don't have to come into this meeting. And then the following week, plan for a robust agenda. Is there any introductions any of the members have before we get started? Very well. I see some young people here. Does anybody need to make any introductions? Very well. Senator Max Wise, welcome to this committee. Senate Bill 58, an act relating to barbering. This has been a much discussed issue during the interim, several times, I think. I appreciate you and you bringing it to our attention. I believe there's a committee sub. Is there a motion to adopt the committee sub? So we have a motion to adopt the committee sub. Is there a second? Thank you, Senator Neal. The committee sub is a motion, a second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed, nay. The committee sub stands adopted. Let the record reflect that it was well within the time limit of 24 hours that this committee does. And this is also Senator Neal's bill also. They've been working on this together. Welcome, Senator Wise. Introduce your guests and yourself and proceed with your testimony.
Thank you, Chairman Schickel, member of the committee. Thank you for the opportunity to present. Max Wise, Senator from the 16th Senate District. I'll let my guest introduce himself for the record.
Good morning. My name is, thank you. Good morning. My name is Christopher Hunt. I am the attorney for the Board of Barbering and the Board of Cosmetology.
Mr. Chairman, what we have before you is Senate Bill 58, and with the committee sub, I'll give a very brief explanation. I do want to thank Senator Neal for his co-sponsorship and his help with this piece of legislation. Senate Bill 58, as amended by the sub, is relating to operating of a barber school, and you have to have already been a licensed barber who has graduated from a licensed school of barbering. You have to have a sufficient number of teachers who are already licensed, and you have to have at least one teacher that has at least 36 months of experience in teaching. The original bill removed this teaching experience requirement altogether, and the committee sub simply will require a minimum of 12 months experience of teaching, and that is the only change from the sub to the original bill.
We have a motion on the bill and a second. Any further discussion or questions from the committee? Senator Neal.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to, as usual, it was a pleasure working with Senator Wise on this piece of legislation. I guess some people may wonder why is Senator Neal involved in some barbering legislation, but it's an example of how this process works and how ideas come to the table to become policy. I have to give some acknowledgement to Lisa Wilson, who is an instructor with Campbell's University, who brought this to my attention, who made me aware that prior to her, a gentleman named Jay Alexander brought it up and no action was taken on it for whatever reasons. You know how complicated it can be. And it's my understanding that that individual now serves on the board, the barbering board, which I thought was ironic in a sense. But my point I'm trying to make is that I would have never known anything about what the struggles were and the difficulties were without those two individuals, and particularly Lisa Wilson and her involvement. So I was glad to get involved in this particular issue, and I was equally, Mr. Chairman, I was equally happy to interact with Senator Wise, which was an enjoyable experience in getting to some conclusion here as well. So I just want to thank Senator Wise for his involvement and engagement with me, and I want to thank Lisa Wilson and Jay Alexander for their what enables us to pass good policy. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
You're welcome, and a point well taken. This committee, sometimes I know it seems like we deal with small things, but when you add all these small things up, you're talking about significant impact to real lives and people, working folks that are doing things like cutting people's hair. Thank you for that, Senator Neal. Are there any other questions of our guests? Is there anyone that wishes to speak against this bill in the audience? Madam Secretary, call the roll.
Senator Adams. Senator Douglas. Senator Higdon. Senator Hornback. Senator Howe.
Aye.
Senator McDaniel. Senator Neal. Senator Nemus.
Aye.
Senator Thayer. Aye. Senator Thomas. Chairman Schickel.
Aye. We have 8 votes. Senate Bill 58 is passed by the committee.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee. Thank you again, Senator Neal, for your work on this legislation with me. Thank you all.
Thank you for your testimony. And our other bill is Senate Bill 113. This is a bill that Senator Kerr has been involved with over several years, actually. She cannot be here today, but we have a very distinguished guest from the board. I think we all know Ms. Julie Campbell, and her beautiful smile is here with us, and she is going to explain the bill. Welcome to this committee, and introduce yourself and your guest for the record, and proceed with your testimony.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Julie Campbell. I'm the Board Administrator for the Board of Cosmetology. This piece of legislation was previously introduced and put through this committee and made it to the House floor. And with the COVID situation, it was gutted, and education was assisted instead of it fully being passed. So we've brought it back to you all. We do think it's important to be able to care for individuals who are homebound for medical reasons, as well as make sure licensees are safe in event venues, and that's what this does.
Do we have any questions? I'm sorry, I got distracted. Madam, did your guest want to testify?
He's backup support.
Good, good. That's what I like to hear. Concise and to the point. We have a motion and a second on the bill. Are there any questions or discussions from our panel? Anyone in the audience that wishes to speak against this bill? Senator Higdon.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Julie, thank you for this legislation.
Sure.
There's no changes from in this that was different from last year, is there?
The only adjustment was we clarified some definitions because they were antiquated and not very clear. So we did clarify some scope of practice definitions, and that was the only adjustment.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions? Senator Hornback, did you have anything? Madam Secretary, call the roll.
Senator Rocky Adams. Senator Douglas. Senator Higdon. Senator Hornback. Senator Howe.
Aye.
Senator McDaniel. Senator Neal. Senator Nemus. Senator Thayer. Senator Thomas. Chairman Schickel.
Senate Bill 113 is passed with favorable expression with 9 votes. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Is there anything else to be brought before this committee? I think some people need to cast some votes. Senator Hornback.
Mr. Chairman, I apologize for being late, but I would like to cast an aye vote for Senate Bill 58.
Thank you. Anyone else? Anyone else? I think he got both of. Again, for those of you who came in late, we will not be meeting next week because of the holiday. So the following week we will have a full agenda. I look for pace to pick up by the following week. So the holiday weekend you don't have to be here, so you can plan your schedule. Is there anything else to come before the committee? We stand adjourned.